yes, we are back. We just switched some equipment up. Anyways, what we're talking about besides being sick in the big family, one getting sick, everybody getting sick, we're talking about injuries. One getting injured, which was me being who I am. We had the kids across the street, and their family used to come over, and they were all boys. And they were from Buffalo, so they were a little bit more high-strung than us.
Their relatives were all boys.
Yeah.
Because they weren't all boys, but
But they used to ride their bicycles from Best Street. That's
only
how.
because we had a great pool. It
Well-
was 24 feet across.
Yeah, but I don't even think that they ever came in the pool. I don't even remember them coming in the pool. But besides that, the
They
one
left.
brother was probably 2 or 3 years older than me. His name was Jimmy Stewart. Not
you
the
believe that?
actor, but that's what his name
I
was.
think I just realized, wow,
She never realized it, but I did. But
Jimmy Stewart lived, or
I used to tell on
They
him all the
related to him.
time and tell my mother how he's harassing me.
so why did you call him what you
teasing
called him?
So I called him Mr. Freeze because what he'd do, he'd just come over and just stand there and stare at me. And then I'd mock him out, mock him out and laugh, what?
Upstairs.
I don't like it. So he came over because he
I know.
heard something that I said about him, and he comes over to our house in the backyard. I'm in the pool swimming away, and what happens? He comes in the backyard, and I go, "Oh, Mom, here he is, Mr. Freeze, here he is," and he's standing there staring at me, glaring at me, and I guess I got him mad by calling him Mr. Freeze, but we weren't allowed to use the F word. So, anyways, he picks up a shoe, picks it up and goes to throw it and hit me with this shoe in the pool. Well, I'm no fool. Think my first rodeo. I went under the water. At the same time, my little sister Patty came out of the water and got hit in the head, blood all over. Needless to say, Mr. Freeze went home, and they all ran out of the yard. And poor Patty, did she get stitches with that?
I don't remember, because the only stitches people I remember are Rebo, where Tom, sorry. he got hit in the head, and head wounds, bleed, bleed, bleed.
Wait, how did he get hit in the head?
I don't remember. I thought he was the one that got hit in the shoe with a shoe.
No, you said he got hit with a rock.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he can tell us next
Yeah.
time, and we'll update you. But there was so much blood on the kitchen floor, and my dad ended up running him to the emergency room, and I want to say St. Joe's because it was right around with. Anyways, he gets stitches, and then they stop Heston Beeman for ice cream right there on the corner. No wonder.
Okay, for everybody, did we all get it or just
No,
him?
he just got it because he took them. And you think that's wrong?
Well, I think it's, favoritism. if you ask me.
Yeah, really? Because
You know what?
he's injured. You don't treat different kids different the way they need to be treated. Anyways, my mom's home cleaning up the blood, and it's probably the size of, I don't know, those small swimming pools of. I mean, not that deep, but that big around. It was a big puddle, and she's crying. Dad didn't call her because guess what? They didn't have cell phones. But I digress.
But they did have payphones, but maybe he just didn't want to call.
He didn't want to pay that quarter.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm
Back
sure it
then
wasn't
was
a
a dime.
quarter.
It was
Yeah,
a
I bet
dime.
you it was a nickel. I mean, think about it.
Oh
But,
my gosh.
yeah,
It was
we had-
cheaper back then.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, we had a lot of
and then
episodes.
Jeffrey got a bump on the back because he was he jumping on we were on the patio, and he jumped on the picnic table, and he jumped up, and he fell back, and he was little. He was like 5.
He got an egg on his forehead.
I thought it was on the back.
Nope, it was. I can
Why?
remember.
Why does she
Well, because I
remember?
recall, I have instant recall, and I remember trauma, and I remember that egg came out of his head so far. Poor
so
Jeffrey.
fast, which was better.
Yeah.
Better out. Now that I'm a nurse, I know that.
Yeah.
But the other injury is, I remember Greg, but I don't think he got really hurt. Remember when he went back because we used to tickle him and stuff, and he's sitting at the table, and his chair went all the way back, and he was little. He was under 2. But that's
No,
That's
if
the
you're
only
going
way.
to talk a real injury, Andrea, she was in one of those boats in Fantasy Island, and they're going through a tunnel, so she thought she would like to touch it. So when she put her arm outside the boat, her arm stayed outside the boat as they went through the tunnel and took it backwards and broke her arm at the Fantasy
you know,
Island.
because I think she couldn't read that it said keep arms
Inside the boat.
No,
But
I-
whoever was with her, think they would have paid attention because she was little.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, but that's just a little bit, and
Oh, Sherry, let's talk about every time you used to hit your head. Jumping down our stairs.
oh my God, I
How
saw
many
the Lord that time.
How many
You know what? I was getting so
concussions?
tall so quick, and how the ceiling comes down, you go down to the downstairs, and I always jump on stairs. I jump up, I jump down, and so this time maybe 4 steps down, I hit my head and I went sailing.
Forgot she got so tall.
Yeah, and I'm laying on the floor on my back, you know, waiting to hear for the ambulance or angels or the Lord calling me. But you know, I hit my head many times. Believe it or not, I've had at least 3 concussions.
That she can remember. That's
Yeah.
why her memory's so good. It jogged it.
Yeah, I did.
And how many people used to get, you know, that pipe that was in the middle of the lawn,
Oh,
and it was cut off by the lawnmower, and it was like a jagged edge, and they used to run on our front lawn all the time, and somebody fell on it and
Ricky,
got a
where's
big
Becky?
gash on there. Oh my gosh.
Ricky, where's Becky?
that
Yeah,
that was stitches too.
yeah,
So-
that was a lot. I mean, it was always something. You gotta remember, if we only had 1 or 2 kids, we only would have had 1 or 2 things to talk about. Having 11 kids, big family, you got many things, and we probably have more. But I want you to think about your family. Did you have any injuries? Did you have any sicknesses? Did you get a lot of doctor visits? Was it great when they came to your house? But maybe if you're younger, you don't ever remember that.
Yeah, because doctors don't make house calls anymore.
No more.
Well, Dr. Nick did come for Dad
Yeah,
and Mom at the end.
Yeah.
That was good.
he was a friend, so he
That
did that.
was different. Yeah, that was just like within the last 20 years.
Yeah, he went back into it.
Yeah.
So that's about it for today, but just thanks for listening and maybe thinking about big families or your relatives, and if anything just kind of makes you think, write it down. You should be writing down all the stuff in your family. I will tell you, I did write a book, and I had it copywritten, and it was called When Did You First Meet Your Dad? I'll tell you about that in our next video podcast. It's a great book. Okay?
And she has no bad things about smoking.
No,
No repercussions. Her lungs are great.
I guess. So anyways,
Anyway,
all right, good talking with ya. I'm Sherry.
I'm Marilyn.
I'm one of 11.
I'm one of 11. Go with God.
Go with that. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, bye.